Welcome back everyone to our Let's Play series of Motorsport Manager. So in our previous video we went to Beijing and had a tremendous race. So you notice in the driver standings we are now running 8th and 14th. So the 14th isn't all that great, but 8th place is tremendous considering where we finished up the previous race with a top 5 finish with Leone. So what am I interested in this race? Well, I talked a little bit about it at the end of the previous video, and that is we've got 3 scouting reports on drivers coming up before our next race, which was in 24 days. So we've got 3 drivers reports, 3 opportunities for some good drivers. Again, the first driver I'll be looking to replace will be Casino here. It's not that his performance is terrible generally, but we're looking to get better sponsors, and the way we do that is marketability. And simply put, his performance has just not been as good as Leone, although you would consider that it would be a good bit better than Leone given where he is in the roster. But let's start out by taking a look at some email. I don't care about these. Car condition, once again, we're around 50% loss in reliability. Let's go ahead and accept this interview so we can see what it says. Are you attempted a quick pit stop for Casino? Actually, we didn't. Oh, we did a quick pit stop. It's talking about the type of pit stop. I thought it was talking about a short pit or something. Okay, but it resulted in a mistake. Absolutely it did. Your own chairman criticized the move. Apparently we have the same ownership status as the Knicks, so that's not good. Saying that Motorsport isn't a place for gambling. Okay, so now we're back into this one again. This is now the second time we've seen this. All right, so all right, if we hadn't been performing so poorly, okay. No, we had to go for it, and I'm not sure why that would hurt the morale of Casino to say we had to go for it. Every second counts. I have no idea. That makes no sense to me, but it is what it is. So now it looks like we're starting to churn through the same interview cycle once again, which isn't terribly exciting for me. Okay, car repair is now complete. That should be this email, and it is. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Now, the big thing here is we want to keep these 2 parts going because these are the parts that we need to really pump up before the next race. Now, any increase we can get on this front would be great as well. But for the most part, I just need to make sure the reliability is there above all. Okay, let's go ahead and continue on. Looks like we've got a scouting report ready to go for us. And let's see, would be a below average driver. Okay, that's not what we want to hear. Potential is good and could certainly become one of the better drivers. Has an aptitude for overtaking, adaptability. Okay, let's take a look and see what the actual numbers are. Okay, marketability, not good. And none of these numbers are tremendously great. I do like the potential here, though. That is good. 21 years old. I've not had much luck in drivers improving a great deal. So I'm not terribly concerned with potential there, given where some of the other things are and the marketability. So we're just going to go ahead and move along from that one. We got another scouting report coming up here pretty soon. All right, here's the other GT championship running their event. Look like they're in Phoenix this time. All right, let's get that. I'm anxious to get all of these drivers scouting reports in. Let's go ahead and get a couple of them before we stop it again. All right, so the first scouting report would be one of the weakest drivers. That's not what we want to hear. Okay, and then the other one, let's say, would be one of the stronger drivers. Okay, that's what I like to see. She has a huge amount of potential. That's good. And she isn't the best at driving smoothly. Okay, that's definitely a negative there. So let's move on. And let's see. Foster, terrible marketability. Okay, timesheet hero. Okay, we don't like that at all. Okay, so a really quality driver, terrible smoothness, terrible marketability. So not what we're looking for, but I tell you what, we're going to keep that as a favorite simply because of these stats. The smoothness is horrendous. but it's a possibility, but not one I'm essentially looking forward to. Okay, let's see here. Marketability is horrible. Okay, and nothing good to see here. Okay, I think that's all of them that we had. Yeah, okay, now we're back to the other driver. Let's see what the other email was. Oh, it must have been that one. Okay, let's go ahead and move forward. And looks like we got another political vote that's coming in. All right, so let's see. Morale is increased, focus increased, found religion. Okay, that's only a temporary thing and is not really going to affect us a whole lot, if any. Okay, we're going to vote on tires, and I can tell you I don't care either way on that, so I'm just going to abstain, and let's see what we get. Okay, it does not pass. Yeah, it does not make any difference whatsoever. To me, we've got 3 more weeks, so not quite enough time for this to be done before our next race. Okay, of course, the most important thing for us at this point. All right, 86 and 88. Let's go ahead and clear that out. And for the final 6 days, we're going to focus everything we've got on improving this engine as much as we can. Okay, so very pleased with the reliability now of our car. Looks like we got another scouting report done. And oh, great. That's just what we needed. My goodness. So we got a cold and it's going to last obviously through this next race. So that is going to be a killer. It could be worse though. It's just a -1 on everything, but still it's a -1 on everything. Okay, let's see what our driver scouting report says. Fairly decent. Not a lot of potential. And she isn't good at driving smoothly. Well, none of these things do I like to hear. Okay, but a 3-star driver. Smoothness is absolutely horrible. And consistency is really good. But yeah, everything else really doesn't give me a whole lot to latch onto. Okay. So with that in mind, let's take a look at what we've got here. I'm now less enthused about our ability to finish 9th or above with the cold for Liani. So we'll see how that goes. Let's take a look at our parts. Okay, so now we're in much better shape on our engines as well as our gearboxes, which are the two that generally take the most beating. Also, the ones that take the most beating are any that are crucial for that particular race, but we're in good shape basically for the other stuff, except for the brakes, which are a little bit low. But overall, I think we're going to be just fine. So with that in mind, let's head to the racetrack. Practice and qualifying are now done. So should be an interesting race. We're going to be racing, I believe, 19 laps here at Milan, but we're on a very, very short version of the track. This particular layout I don't particularly like because in and of itself, Milan is not all that interesting of a track. It is essentially straightaways connected by some chicanes, but this particular layout is the shortest, I believe, of the layouts, and really just doesn't give a whole lot to look forward to. So let's go ahead and take a look at our knowledge bonuses. 10% on race trim, 5% on the softer of the tires. Our setups came out pretty well. It was kind of an adventure to get there, but we ended up at 97% here. And we're going to be starting on the soft tires. And we've got 19 laps to go, and we can make probably about 7 laps out of these tires, possibly 8, but probably most likely 7. So I'm thinking we're going to have to do a 2-stop strategy here and try to go something like 667 or some variation of that. So that's going to be the plan. And so I've given enough fuel for 7 laps, and that will take care of Casino. Then we can take a look at Liani. Again, good setup percentage, 96%. And the soft tires here can go 8 to 10. This makes me think that it's possible that I could do this on 1 stop, although it's kind of boring to try to do that. And I'm not sure the tires will quite make it. Of course, we don't know about the weather, lots of things happening. So I think what I would rather do is go ahead and go with a two-stop strategy here and just push the car harder, assuming that the parts can hold up to it. So we're going to plan on getting, remember, the most laps I need is 7 out of these tires. So I think we're going to be in good shape. We're going to push this first set and see what we can get. All right, so our fuel, let's go ahead and run that down to about enough for a 7-lap stint. We'll see, again, we'll see how it goes. Okay, let's go ahead and confirm that. So we're going to put him on push. This is where the smoothness of Casino really hurts him because we can't afford to push him on tires because his tires won't last long enough to even do a two-stop strategy. So we're going to try to start out pushing Leone, who will start a little bit farther back. Remember, he's got the cold right now, so he's got a -1 on all his stats. So as we get ready to start this race, we'll keep that in mind. All right, we're going to go ahead and get a save in here because that's a good reminder for me that I need to do that. I'm going to go ahead and turn both of these on auto for the energy recovery system and get everything set up with our camera and so forth. All right, so we're going to see what Leone can do. And then we're focused on Casino right now simply because he's running the best. And okay, how quickly that changed. So Leone, if we can get the first few laps here pushing pretty hard, let's see what everybody else is doing. Okay, everybody else has calmed down now. All right, let's go ahead and finish up this. All right, and we're going to calm down as well and take it a little easier on our tires. Again, we're only going to run 7 laps here, but I do need to make sure that these tires will last 7 laps. Okay, now you can see we're falling back. Casino has now pulled back ahead. So pushing the tires really did get us what we were looking for. Of course, the problem with that is that even though it got us what we were looking for, we also turned around and lost that again the next time. So it looks like we got is it just 1 pit stop? Yeah, it looks like it. Okay, it looks like a couple more happening this time. So these guys are really, it looks like they're probably going to use the medium tire here and do a 2-stopper probably. I'm not sure the medium tires will last long enough to do a 1-stopper there. But regardless, okay, I'm going to have to go ahead and split these guys up because of the way things are working out. So Casino is going to have to come in this time by because I don't want to stack these guys up in the pits. So we're actually going to put him on, let's see, we got 6, 6, and 7 that we need to get. All right, so let's go ahead and use another set of softs. And we'll give him a little bit more fuel just in case he can make 7 laps this time. Okay, go for a fast pit stop. Again, we'll see if that works out. We've had some issues with that so far. Okay, let's focus in on Leone, who is, for some reason, used a little bit of charge there going into the chicane. So not sure what that was all about. All right, we will be coming in this time by for Leone. Put on another set of the softs. And again, we only need, I'm going to give a little bit extra fuel, a little bit more than we need. Wow, I really don't like that. Okay, we'll stick with it. All right, there we go. So I've got Leone on full attack mode here. Okay, you can see they're not too happy about the pit stop. Okay, come on. There we go, great, good. Okay, so good pit stop, 10.2. I'm going to go ahead and have Leone push right now. Because, again, I think we're in good shape on the tires themselves. Okay, now the temperatures have gotten up pretty high. So pushing is no longer going to be a great deal for us, I don't think. So we're going to calm down a little bit on that. We're starting to see how these strategies are playing out. We got a lot of cars out here on medium tires. Look like we're sort of split on the grid as to who's using the softs now and who's using the mediums. All right, now the next car to pit will be Casino, who unfortunately is running a good deal back. Now, the good news is Leone here is within striking range of about 4 cars, 3 immediately ahead, and then another 1 or 2 up there. That was a terrible corner for us. All right, we got some more pit stops starting to happen here. Okay, so now we're at 39% tire wear here for Casino, and he will need to come in not this time by, but the next time by. So let's go ahead and have him push, because he's got plenty of tires left. These don't hit the cliff until you get to 10%. Not sure why he didn't use the burst right there, but all right, let's go ahead and set up the pit stop. All right, and for this pit stop, we're going to go ahead and put on our final set of tires, which should be plenty to last us to the end. We'll have 6 laps remaining. Okay, and that should get us up to actually 7.0, so we'll be fine there. Conditions starting to look kind of rough on a few of the parts, but we're going to try to hang in there as much as we can. Okay, let's go ahead and swap back over to Leone and go ahead and go full attack mode here as we come in for our final pit stop, and we are going to have 4 laps remaining. Okay, that should get us to 5, and parts are in good shape. Brakes not wonderful, but shouldn't be too bad. Okay, we're going to come out of the pits here. All right, so it looks like we've got 4 laps to go. And we'll see. Looks like we've got a few more cars that'll have to make pit stops, but we are not in good shape right now. That is for sure. Okay, there's several pit stops happening ahead of me. Okay, I'm going to actually try to use this myself. Okay. We're in 13th, which is not terrible. All right, let's see what we've got, and I'll hit it again once we clear the chicane here. Okay, everybody should be done with their pit stops, which is not good for our finishing position. Okay, engine, okay, we're going to ignore that and just go for it. At this point, we're on the final lap and full attack mode, and we're not able to really get it going, unfortunately. Yeah, we're not. Oh, wow. I did not see that coming. How did I end up running out of fuel? Very interesting. I'll have to pay more attention to that next time, because we definitely did not end up where we wanted to be. It doesn't end up hurting us, really, simply because we weren't going to finish in the top 9 anyway, which was our sponsor objective. So ultimately, it'll cost us a little bit of morale probably, and that's about it. So a little shocked there by the fuel. Was not expecting that. I'll have to go back and watch this video and see exactly what happened with the fuel, because I thought we were going to have plenty to make that. All right, no worries in scrutineering for us. We don't have any parts that would fall under that category of risky. Okay, so we lose a little bit in the driver championship standings, and of course the bigger hit here comes in team championship. We're now 9 points ahead, so definitely not our best race. But those are the breaks. That's the way it goes. And we'll take a look at our final couple of screens and see that even the morale didn't take a hit there. The happiness will take a little bit of a hit on the chairman's side. as it scrolls through everything. No, actually it didn't. Marketability really wasn't hurt much at all either. So overall, wow, that's not bad. I was expecting a bigger happiness hit because of the result, but that didn't happen. We lost right at 500 grand. So again, we're running through this money. Definitely not what we were looking for, but we'll end the video here. Not the best result, but those are going to happen sometimes, especially when I don't pay close enough attention to certain things like fuel. Thank you very much for joining me, and stay tuned for more Motorsport Manager.